We're going to play some sound bites from people who've been sending their comments around Buber and Keir and Badam Milk. 0617660355. You can do that even now. Anyway, we'll chat to Shabir Jahan from Al Baraka. He's part of our feature, Champion People, 30 minutes with him. Looking forward to that coming up pretty shortly. But for now, Imraan Choonara with us, talking personal excellence. In fact, talking about being on the, what is offense? Offensive, I don't know. You tell me. Going on the offense, not offensive, right? They mean two different things, right? Going on the offense, I get is what you want to talk about. Tell me.
Well, actually, Ashraf, first of all, great to be with you guys again on this beautiful Monday morning. And offense, now, the word offense, and you put it in one context, but let me give you a different context. Most of us understand the concept of, we say someone offended me or someone offends me or whatever the case is. So I take offense when someone says something or does something. Now, we all know what it means in some context, in the sense that it feels hurt or disappointment or whatever the case is. My session this morning for the next few minutes, and it's difficult to unpack in 5 minutes, but let's do a good job of this. A mentor of mine said to me many years ago, I remember probably about 3 or 4 years ago, and I sat down with her for about a 45-minute conversation, and the whole conversation was about this one concept. She said, Imraan, don't take the bait of offense. And at first, I didn't get it. And then she said, let me explain to you. She said, when people offend you, so to speak, it's bait. You have the choice to take it or not to take it. Now, wait a second. It's easier said than done, because people behave in a certain way, whatever the case is. So when someone says something to us or does something to us and we feel offended, we feel hurt. Now, when you think about it, I want you to think about this concept. Everyone gives from what they have, which means when someone behaves in a certain way, they are behaving that way because of what's within them. Often it has nothing to do with you. Now, don't get me wrong. Many times, you and I are part of the issue. So I don't want to excuse you from responsibility or be part of the issue. But oftentimes, when people behave a certain way or speak a certain way or whatever, speak to you a certain way, it's often because of what's going on inside of them. So remember and be smart about this, is that it's when someone offends you. By the way, nobody can offend you without your permission. Meaning, they can behave whatever they want, do whatever they want, say whatever they want. But you have the choice between what they say and by the time it hits you to decide that this is bait. They are baiting me, and if I take it and I react, then I've taken that bait of offense and I reacted to it. I've got my emotions involved and I become upset and angry. And Ashraf, I've seen people and that carry grudges for years because someone said something when I was at their wedding, or they didn't say something, and they carry this because they offended me. Okay, wait a second. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mean let people walk all over you. There's a difference. Because someone will say, but Imraan, you mean when someone behaves a certain way and they behave and whatever, they hurt me often, I should just let them carry on? No. Anybody who knows me personally knows that I can draw a line very quickly between me and somebody else if they consistently behave in a manner that is unacceptable. I mean, I can have a conversation with them and say, look, you know what, that is not acceptable. That's disrespectful. I won't allow that to be spoken. I won't allow you to speak to me that way. Look, I value our relationship. I value our connection, but that is disrespectful or that is painful when you behave a certain way. And if they consistently want to continue that way, hey, man, that's their choice. They're a human being. I respect them for their choice, but I do not have to engage with them. Now, you may say, but wait a second. What if it's in my family? Because often family situations are like that. I know people within my own family, and I'm being transparent right now, who, for example, I know someone told me they said something. I know they said this or they did that. Whatever. I see them at a family function. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, before I go into that situation, I tell myself, you know what, Imraan, be the bigger person, respect and honor their creation of the same creator that created you. Whatever they're going through, they're going through. Doesn't mean I have to become very friendly, doesn't mean I have to go out with them, doesn't mean I have to socialize excessively. It just means if I'm in a situation with them, I'm not going to ignore them. I'm not going to turn my head the other way because you offended me 6 months ago. No, come on. That's so burdensome to carry that on you. Now, let me leave you a couple of statements here. And this should hit you really hard. And it should really help you. If someone behaves consistently in a particular manner that you know is offensive to you, and you've decided in your head, I'm not going to take that. It's bait. They want me to react. They want me to say something, but I ain't going to do that. I'm going to be the bigger person. Then remember, thank God, tomorrow I wake up me and they wake up them. I always console myself in that to say, you know what, Ashraf, if you behave a certain way to me and you consistently do that, I say, you know what, at least I know tomorrow I'm still me, you are still you. You've got to deal with your issues. I've got to deal with my issues.
Absolutely.
We all have issues. I don't have to, and I'm grateful I don't have your issues, and you don't want my issues, obviously. But again, don't take the bait of offense. But please, guys, don't use it as an excuse to cut off relationships. I didn't say that. Remember what I said, that even if people are offensive to you, remember, you still have the responsibility to respect another individual, but don't take the bait of offense. Don't live a heavy life. Don't let it burden you all the time. Move on. Thank God tomorrow I wake up me. You wake up you. Your responsibility is to grow you. My responsibility is to grow me. Thanks,
and I can imagine everybody around the country now listening and say, how do I respond to when I take offense? Don't take offense. Don't take the bait. Thank you for your time. As always, Imraan, we'll chat tomorrow. Imraan Choonara from African Muslim Agency, the CEO there, but also talking personal excellence, which this is as well. We'll talk personal excellence, I suppose, with his own career, Shabir Chauhan from Al Baraka, coming up in a moment.